Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, and then we know that every Tuesday and Saturday we do the show, and the show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, together with Sheikh's Manqoba Ngwenya, who's on his way out to Durban. Soon they'll be calling him to board the flight. And then we also have Saddam. Saddam has a lot of activities to do. Tabiki working for Vodacom. We've given Vodacom a mileage. Tabiki, he must just rush into to his work. So let me welcome Sheikhs. Welcome to the show. We haven't seen you. Tabiki Hazado. Shapa Munna Munna Jamal. Welcome to the show, Sheikh.
Thanks for having me on the show. And yeah, man, I was still suffering from this babalas of losing to Pirates, but I'm back, I've recovered.
Yeah, shale boy. Yeah, shale ukuthi unyamalale bro.
And I hope you're not going to reshuffle the technical team because the last time we beat you, na reshuffle na demote Manqoba na faka uRulani.
Yeah.
Then we beat the Chiefs. Others one was demoted, bafaka uNtseki. Now we beat you again. So are you removing uRulani or Uyamie?
So bona khona. Tabiki, welcome to the show. Just greet the viewers. You've already started.
Thank you, Bro Saubrey. Good morning to the viewers.
Saddam, how's it, my brother?
Hey, morning, comrade, and Sheikh, whatever you was disappear, but don't be a bad loser, man. You must come out and then we'll recover. And then also, hello, teamman, former champion. I think everybody okay in this match.
Thabinho, what's Saddam Ubita? Una Ubita Jwaleng Maobanyana mo. Jwaleng FC. Jwala usali Jwaleng FC unasa Ubita bo malume ka.
Yeah. Uijo ya humble pie. Aja humble pie.
Arbo malume. Guys, today let's discuss. We have seen Mapogo. Well done, Mapogo. What a great performance. Remember Mapogo, they are a constant top performer. All right. But now I want us to understand what lesson can be learned. We know that Bafana playing today. What lesson can be learned from what Mapogo have done? Not only for Bafana, our local teams too. All right. The game was brilliant, very close. I mean, it was a very close game, a close call, to be honest. And then, we need to find out what else should be done if we are to learn as a soccer nation, now I'm trying to share that picture. Apparently doesn't allow me. In the meantime, I'll share Saddam will see a colleagues. I hope that this one will show. Because probably that one it's a question of copyright. I don't know, probably. Let's see. Now it doesn't want to share. But nevertheless, let's get going. Saddam, you have sent me very nice pictures. Unfortunately, this laptop, my laptop has given me a problem. So this one is difficult to work on it, to navigate on it. I'm used to the ordinary laptops. But nevertheless, let's get started. Mshega, how did you see the game? Let's start there first.
Yeah, Prasobri, well, it was a very intense game, you know, a very intense game of rugby. I enjoyed it. And you know, one thing that we can learn from these guys, they always rise under pressure. You know, we were underdogs coming into this game, considering the fact that we're playing against the host nation, who are doing well. So these guys, they always rise when they're under pressure. You know, their hearts. You know, it's not just about the talent, but you know what they gave on that field. If you saw the what Kobe was doing, you know, charging in there, all those guys, you know, they give so much to the game, and I think a lot can be learned in terms of the heart and the workmanship, you know, and the will to win, you know, for the nation. So those guys, they are in a serious national team that really give their all when they are there, when they're wearing the jersey. They know that they are fighting for their country. They are warriors out there.
Now, having said what we have said, Mshege, what's your take, Thabinho? What lesson can be learned? And then if you can also tell us what you think, what can be learned by Bafana Bafana, what can be learned by our local teams. Remember I said, if you remember quite well, Saddam, I said, whether I don't know whether it's Saddam or Thabinho, I said we don't have attendance. It's not about tickets are expensive, they don't play in the township. It's about football in the field of play. All right? Rugby, they're doing well. That is why they have support. Football in the field of play. Thabinho?
The honest truth is, you know, I spoke to one of my colleagues before the game, and he said they're not going to win against France, you know, with a home crowd behind, you know, the locals. But one thing I highlighted was the mental strength of our boys. I think this is one thing I've picked up with the Springbok, the mental strength. Now the question is, do our football players have the same mental strength? Is the federation doing enough to prepare these boys psychologically, emotionally, and otherwise for, you know, games of this magnitude? Okay, with Bafana, you know, if you remember well, I once said our players lack ambition. You know, with rugby, you know, white people take rugby like, they treat it like culture. Okay,
While
they value it so much.
While they're still there, I don't think it's an issue of white people or black people. Remember, now we've got a lot of black players now, rugby players. Sorry to correct you there.
Okay, let me remove the race card. Okay, you know, in South Africa, rugby is treated as culture, and the football is treated differently. Our players lack ambition. For an example, in 3 European leagues, big leagues, the Bundesliga, La Liga, EPL, we don't have any South African play. Oh, we have Foster there. But how did Foster come through to EPL? He had to go through the Scandinavian countries before he could join, you know, the team he's playing for now. So the biggest challenge here is Bafana players lack ambition. Then that's a problem. Are they passionate? Do they want to achieve? Do they want to be part of the history? Do they want to be remembered? I mean, look, today we can still talk about Doctor, we can still talk about Shoes, we can still talk about, you know, the McFish generation. They wrote history. Now the question is, do these players, our players, Bafana players, the current crop, do they have the ambition? Do they have the drive? Do they have the dream? Do they want to write the history? You know that the penalty block by Colby, it will go down in history, you know, of rugby for a very long time. So our players need to rise up, like Sheikhs have said. Rugby players always rise to the occasion when it matters most, regardless whether they're under pressure or not. They treat each game, you know, as a final. I mean, we struggle to beat, you know, I always call them minnows, but, you know, no offense. We struggle to beat teams like Abu Namibia. We struggle to beat countries like Eswatini. And then we expect that we're going to AFCON, then we're going to take on, you know, the West Africans, the Nigerians, the North Africans, the Tunisians, the Moroccans. So our players need to start, you know, thinking differently when they approach national team games. I liked what Sia said. Sia said it's not about us, it's about the people back at home. We have done this for everybody back at home. Bafana, when they catch the flight, to AFCON? Are they going there to represent themselves, or are they going there to represent themselves and the country and their family? I think that's where they need to, to draw the difference. How important is this game to me as a player?
All right. Saddam, well done. I see you are supporting all teams. It's a pity, man, I cannot be able to share this picture of you with Sia Kulisi, just to show people how committed you are in terms of sport, and then by trying to support all sport. For me, that's a good thing. Keep up the good work, Saddam. And what lesson can be learned?
Yeah, money against comrades. I think when we come to the rugby and Bafana, please let's not compete those things. Very far from rugby. We are very, very far from rugby. Maybe you can talk about Mamelodi ladies and Banyana and Bafana. How can we attend the game? How can we take the game serious in the field of play? Those people, the rugby, I followed them since 1995 when they win the first World Cup, and then 2007 and 2019 when they beat the same England. And then the main issue is we as Bafana supporters, I can say that we don't take national team serious. Why? Because we talk about who was not selected, and then about no, I can't go to the stadium, what, and the social media, everybody games and everything. Rugby, they don't care. They go to money. They go to stadium, whatever. Buy a stadium, and even when you can see the supporters, 3 hours before kickoff, they are around the stadium, crying, singing, and whatever. Let's go in the field of play. It was the first time for now, Kidula Gishaba game here rugby with my family. It was very, very active because Haneke Romela to the results. They couldn't believe Akuba score 7-7. Score no, 9-9. Score no, 12-12. They say no, we are joking. Until it goes half time 25-12. And then height over nearly to be finished, where I can see that these people, Baverekela country, they are not playing for themselves, for their family. They're playing for the country. The sense of agency, the commitment inside of the field, they play as a team. It was shocking games. It was both sides. Anything can happen. You can see even the score, 28-29. That's why you can see the players when they enter in the field of play. You can see the body language. That's why we saw that they want to go somewhere. They want to show the country that we are behind them. That's why now I say, please let's not compare Bafana and rugby. Rugby are the best from the rest in sports. They are committed. They are good. They know what they are doing.
Yeah. Look, guys, you have said a lot, and I must say, guys, apologize on behalf of Shakes. Shakes was at the airport. He's flying out to Durban, and the internet was not stable, so that is why you don't see him now. But thank you very much, Shakes. Always available whenever we need you. Remember, Shakes is a former Bafana player, so it's not a question that he talks from somewhere else. He's got experience. He's from there. He has played at the highest league. And then you have Saddam here, the #1 supporter when it comes to football. Now he's going to rugby and cricket and all that. Guys, let me say this. What you said, very important. There's a lot of commitment when you see rugby players playing. Fortunately enough, as I always say, social media has liberated us. I saw Rassie Rasmus in the team talk. You know, the way he talked, this is what should be said to our players, whether it's national squad or local teams. He said, if you get tired, there's no way you can commit yourself, all right? Now, what does that mean? You shouldn't allow yourself to get tired. In other words, the players should train more to have stamina. He said, you don't win the game by scoring try or whatever. Even if off the ball, running, it's important. All right? So your commitment is very, very much important. He said you need to be committed. This is like a war. All right? So you don't just concentrate when you have the ball, or you don't just concentrate when you are doing a tackle. Even off the ball, running, off the ball, hard work is important. So for me, that's a very key message, because what does it say? It says hard work. It's critical. Commitment, like you guys mentioned, that they are committed. You can even see when they see the national anthem, you can see the intense, that they show. And then this is the lesson that our players should learn. And like I said, Saddam, and then in one of our shows, that it's not about there's no money, that's why people don't go to the stadium, and then we are playing fine. Or that's not the case. The game, I said to you, America today, as we speak, their interest rate is at its highest, at 8%, which means the majority of people are pressed financially. But here, Lionel Messi is there. The prices increase unprecedented, but people are going there in numbers. And then the stadiums are full. Why? Because they know that this guy is going to give us what we want in the field of play. That's all it matters. All right? So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there so that we move on. I know that you guys are committed. I also wanted to speak shortly about the fact that PSL did not allow Mamelodi Sundowns to compete in the Super League. Within a week after Dr. Ivan Khoza, they've met with Dr. Motsepe, there was a change of heart. What's your take, Tabiki? What do you think? Why did it happen that way? Why did it happen that way? What's your take, Tabiki?
Saubrey, I'm one person who likes to focus on positives rather than the negatives. Mm-hmm. Yes, there was an issue between PSL with Sundowns participating in that CAF tournament. But for me, allowing Sundowns to go and play there will also give exposure, one, to our players, two, it will open doors, for our teams, to take CAF competitions, seriously. I think the prize money is also good there. So, which is a plus and a motivation, for other teams to generate or develop interest in playing in the tournament. All I can say is that we Sundowns all the best, and I hope they're not going to disappoint. We need to put aside, our differences. Saddam, let's rally behind Mamelodi Sundowns as much as we rally behind, Bafana Bafana. I know, rivalry is a problem. They'll be mocking at us if they win the tournament, but it's fine. That's the nature of football. That's the nature of rivalry in the sport.
I hear your internet is not stable. Saddam, what's your take? Had to come to that level? I could not understand what was the first reason why they did not allow them to play. What was the change of it? So I want to hear your point of view. Or you also don't want to comment like Tabiki. Sometimes it's because you guys support one of the two teams. So at the end of the day, you don't want to. But here we want to understand and educate. That's the purpose of it. So, because I don't understand, to be honest, to say 1 week, we don't allow you. All right. So for me, it doesn't sit well. But I'm grateful that finally they allowed them. And then what is Khomotso Mokoena, who wrote the story on Sunday World, I even phoned him and said, well done. If you're a journalist, you must tell us the news, because by telling us the news, you become a mirror. You want people to reflect and look at what you wrote so that we can learn out of it. This thing of we are journalists and we support particular teams, when it affects our teams, you don't want to be hard on it. For me, I don't think it's on. Saddam, let me hear what you say.
Yeah, I think first time we saw the PSL board member standing together and say, no, Sundown will never continue to play. But suddenly we get the message that they must play. So I think we must give them a chance. We don't know why they changed their mind or whatever, or maybe they kept president, they talked to the board member, the DC, and everyone to explain them why. But as supporters, I think it's good for us to see Sundown playing there. We can support them, but we don't want to go in deeper why it was playing or not or whatever about money issue or whatever. They know what they do. I know the president Matibe is the one who give us a black label there to assist the chairman Ivan Koza, and also the SAPA. They also need they got the ABC Matibe. I think the family sector is good on the both sides. So, but we want to see as our leader, and then to all support Sundown when they play there. So about the picture to catch up and whatever, it is up to them to see how they go. But the main issue is we will see Sundown playing abroad, and then we will support them on the tournament.
My apologies, guys. I've got a bit of flu. So I don't know, because of this weather, and it's cold today, all of a sudden, flu is coming back. We are happy that they will be playing again, and congratulations. And for me, I could not understand, as you said, Motsepe has contributed a lot in terms of supporting football, either be grassroots football, national squad, even including the PSL. For me, it was very strange. Yes, they talked about the league being congested, but it happens. Even those countries that are participating, they also have the similar problem. So what was different from us? But I'm happy. I'm happy that sanity prevailed. But what was very interesting, the board of PSL, they talk like a united team. And when I read that article, Dr. Patrice Motsepe met Dr. Ivan Koza. Then when now the whole thing was now say let them play again. There was no board meeting. There was no consultation will be done first. So a decision was taken. It's important to make some observation of these things. Look, we are not bashing anyone. We serve as mirrors. All right, we serve as mirrors. Our leaders are human beings. They are fallables. They are but we need to say as it is so that people can learn from their mistakes. So I'm happy that sanity prevailed, and I'm sure some lessons will be learned. Football, there is pressure everywhere. Remember, the Club World Cup is now being increased. The numbers of games are being increased. Every league has its own pressure. So there's no way we can be left behind and say, no, we will still want to maintain the status quo. Everybody's moving with new developments, putting more content and so on. But thank you very much. And then congratulations to both Dr. Patrice Motsepe and Dr. Ivan Koza for finally sanity prevailed. Let's allow Mamelodi Sundowns to go and participate, and big up Mamelodi Sundowns will be behind you. Thank you, Mapogo, for we wish you that you win what you call the World Cup. I wish they win the World Cup. Let me see whether can I get the draw for what is that? For the semi-final. Because it seems as if I'm struggling with I'm really struggling with my internet. No, this laptop, it's giving me a problem. I'm using it for the first time to do this. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then let me ask people out there, please continue to subscribe, continue to comment. And before I leave, let me make you aware that we are a financial company. We are currently in a campaign of assisting people who are members of GPF, who are 55 and above, who wants to leave. Because remember, when you're 55 and you leave, you'll be penalized because earlier than the 60 days, which is the pension date, the pension year. So if you leave earlier, you'll be penalized. But there is a way, which is a legal way, which allows you to leave at the age of 55. And after leaving at the age of 55, you are not going to be penalized, not even a cent. If you want more, just look at our show at the end. There is a WhatsApp number. Just drop us a WhatsApp number with your contact details and your name, then we'll come back. We'll call you for free. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thabinho, just bid the viewers farewell.
Thank you, Saubrey, for the opportunity to be on the show, and thanks to the viewers. Viewers, keep on watching. Very interesting, soccer topics that we discussed. Hope to see you again in the next show. Goodbye.
Saddam?
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Shakes, you and T-Man. Tonight is a game, Bafana Bafana against Ivory Coast tonight, and the rugby is going to be on the weekend. I'm trying to speak to Minister. I'm going to the Pen Park, and then maybe by Saturday morning I'll let you know where the Pen Park is going to take a place for rugby to encourage them. It might happen if we go to finally. Maybe if things goes well, you might see Saddam and France joining the others. But that is up to the minister and others.
It's not about it might. We are going to win this final. We are going
to... England is not a pushover. Easy meet together.
The people who give me headache, man, it's the Aussies. I mean the
Australians and the Aussies.
Hey,
otherwise, England,
all blacks.
I think it was a finally before finally France against Maboko, but England, we beat them in 2019 finally. To me is a walkover, man. We can talk whatever. Who's left is nothing. But the main point is people must get ready to see South Africa unite, bring in the cup back. The BOKKE will do that. And then the main issue was France. But the horse is out. We're going to play there. I don't know if it's going to be an empty stadium or what, because the horse will be nowhere to be found.
Yeah. No, they will attend. Thank you so much, guys.
No, rugby is huge in France, Saddam. I used to have a client of mine who stayed in France. France rugby it's much bigger than football in France, so the stadium will be packed.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Much appreciated.
Okay, thank you.